We good here? Hi guys. First of all, I'm honored. I'm privileged to be in front of you and for you to trust me to sit here and listen to me. So first and foremost, I want to acknowledge our previous speakers. Can everybody just give a round of applause for everybody? Thank you so much for being here and doing everything you're doing. We're extremely grateful. And this guy has a cadence and a talkability that is unlike any other. It's brilliant, and I appreciate being introduced by you. So value. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about value. Before I jump right into that, I wanted to give a tad bit of history about me and why I feel value is misconstrued in the world we live in. Previous to my life now, I was an addict. I was an 8-ball-a-day cocaine addict, and I drank probably between 20 and 30 drinks a day for a course of about 20 years. I was very fortunate that I came from a family that had values, and not the monetary kind, which we'll deconstruct a little bit about the word value in and of itself in a couple moments. But I was very fortunate that my family had values, and they believed they instilled enough values in me that I would actually change my life. It was through some intermediation and some family and some friends that ended up giving me the guidance and some inspirational advice from a lovely woman. I don't have the time to go into all the details, but she was a dear friend who made me realize that my values were corrupted, and that the way that I was leading my life was going to kill me. So she left, the short version is she left me on a vacation in Greece because I was drunk and wrecked a car, but I won't go into all of those details. She saved my life. Then I went to rehab, and in rehab I started understanding a little bit more about who I was, the mistakes I had made, the fears that I had, and how I had been living in a sense of value. And we talk about value, we first have to deconstruct the word value. And in my life, value was women, sex, cars, popularity, being on top of everybody, when you felt powerless to be a bully, to be aggressive, be strong. That was value to me. And I lived that way for 20 years. I have some friends here that are with me that are traveling that have known me before and after my transformation. I have a friend in the audience here that actually was a competitor in our industry, and he doesn't know much about this, but I'll bring it up because he happens to be here, and I want to acknowledge Zark, who's here. Zark actually had, in my eyes, everything put together, and I never disliked Zark, but I didn't value him because it was intimidating, because he had the cover of the magazine with the suit on. And I was the schlep that was a drunk and an addict, and I knew that I had no self-worth and no self-issue, so I couldn't value. I was jealous. So we talk about value. What is your value? What matters as value to you? Like I said, mine was currency in the monetary kind. Well, that is actually not value. Currency is constructed by us to be able to afford a lifestyle. The currency that we should be trading in value is growth, spirit, empathy, compassion, love, generosity. That is true value, and that is the true currency. Now, when I was asked to speak at this, I knew that I wanted to talk about this concept of value, and I wanted to kind of explain to you how I found mine. And I also wanted to put more upon you, rather a challenge. Because here I'm talking to you as though I'm on CNN and you all dislike Fox or Trump. It's an audience that is going to be welcome to my ideas, because I don't think anybody here dislikes or disagrees that compassion, growth, empathy, love, sharing, kindness, this is what Tmrw.tday is about. This is what has brought us together. This is an opportunity for us to grow and change, exchange with each other ideas and thoughts and support. And we're here together and we're doing that, but you know, this is a community that accepts and understands that. So my challenge instead is grow some balls and become a savage. Because when you go home and you go back to Toronto or wherever you are from, if you're from Montreal, it's at home that you have to bring this back with you. It's easy here. I'm going to hug you later today, and I'm going to hug you, sir, and Adele, you know I'm going to give you a hug. And I'm going to get it back and I'm going to receive it. This is easy. This is like when I was in rehab. Rehab was the easiest part of my life. I had a schedule. All I did, there was no drugs or booze, so I went and I saw a therapist in the morning and a trainer and this, and I saw 8 therapists a day. It was easy because I was around all these other people doing the same kind of work. And I had this system in place and I was guided all the way through. Well, you're here on a great guided opportunity, giving you value, but now you have to take this value home. So when I talk about value, I want to give you one example of something that really touched me very, very much. It's a documentary called American Street Kid. American Street Kid, I had the wonderful opportunity to be involved in this project, and it's a director named Michael Leone. He's a very small independent film out of California. It's done 7 premieres nationwide. It was in Sundance. However, it hasn't gotten a lot of acclaim because American Street Kids is about American runaways. American kids that are living on the street under the age of 18. I actually only got involved because I went to the premiere. I was invited, and I was overwhelmed when I actually watched the film. I didn't realize it. I encourage you to watch it. The journey that Michael had to undergo to understand these kids and see how they went from where they were at to where they needed to be was a 7-year journey. He originally set out to make a PSA. He wanted to do a 1-day shoot in Venice about homeless kids. It ended up being a 7-year journey. And one of the things that really grabbed me in this, and this is where one of the simple things you can do when you get home to exchange value, to offer value, as they say, dance like nobody's watching. Well, give value and show value and share value like nobody's watching. This is not for Graham. This is not for Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. This is for you. Because you get the value when you give it. And in this documentary, what happened was we had a Q&A after, and this is when I was overwhelmed with some emotion. They asked the kids who made it to the other side. Now, out of the 12 kids he followed, 3 disappeared, 2 died, a couple of them were in jail, and some of them were in severe addiction. The ones that did make it to the other side, that he, with no professional skill set, just compassion and love and an amazing dedication to these children, they were asked Q&A, and they were asked them a couple different things, and one of the questions was, and it was from an intelligent young man in the audience. He said, "What can we do? I can't bring everybody to see this premiere, to have this impact. I'm going to go home and I'm going to talk to a friend, and that friend's going to understand about homelessness and assume that you want to be homeless." Obviously, that's not the case. 13-year-old boy doesn't decide to be homeless. 13-year-old girl doesn't decide to be homeless. They're from a fractured system in any capacity. So what can I do to convey this message, or how can I help you, your community, when I go home? Donating is important. Benefits are important. Being involved in charity is extremely important. But how can I make a daily difference? And this shocked me. This broke my heart and shocked me. He said, "I want to learn and understand that I have value." And he said, "How could I do that?" He said, "You could look me in the eye and ask me my name. Because I'm a human being and I'm not treated like one." Can you imagine being 18 years old and never feeling like you are a human being? Like you've never actually been cared about in your life. So when I say bring home value, I'm not talking, I do a lot of charity work, philanthropic with my business, I'm very proud of it. And we do use that on social media, and we do use it to get contacts, and it is very important to the core of my business. But it's not why we do it, it's because we're adding value to the world. So I need you, we need you, to go home and add value. And value is, like I said, it's something that you can do when nobody's watching. Walk out of a convenience store, there's a homeless person, have a conversation. You can still give them $5 and feel good about yourself, but you know what you can give them? Dignity. By saying, "What is your name? How did you get here?" You might not be in a position to help financially. You know what? You can help emotionally, you can help compassionately. That's one example of thousands. If you take the time to offer value, you can share value, and we all have it. So again, I'm going to go back to this thing that I said earlier. This is my CNN. I'm the CNN guy, and you're all Trump haters. This is easy because I'm sure you agree with most of this. Or if you're a Trump fan, you're all Fox watchers and, whatever the TV stations are. My point is, I challenge you. Take anything of this that matters whatsoever to you and bring it home and grow it. Do it when nobody's watching. Give people compassion, share humanity, share dignity, share value. Because valency and a currency when it comes to monetary is just a commodity. Monetary fluctuates in value every single day, and it can come and it can go. And we've seen societies lose all of their value based on the value of a dollar. Cars aren't value. Trucks aren't value. Even vacations to destination are value. Moments, kindness, empathy, their value. So I encourage you, and I thank you very much for listening to my little rhapsody up here. And I would encourage you to go find value in what matters to you. Now, I also want to thank specifically Stacy, and there you are, my dear. Thank you so much for having us back again this year. I'm going to be at the booth all week. I'm not here to pitch my product. I'm here because of my product. but that's not what I'm here for. Do you want to talk any further, or you want to learn about wearing your vitamins come down? We're giving them away free all week. I'm not asking you to sign up to a newsletter. I'm not asking you to go down our email or buy anything. If you want to wear vitamins, we put a patch on you. I explain why that's beneficial down at the little booth down there. They're all week, and at the end of the week, if I see you enough times, I'm going to give you a full month supply. Again, I'm not even asking you to sign up to a newsletter. It's an absolute sharing opportunity to introduce you guys to something new. So my name is Shane Griffin. Instagram, I'm at Shane Griffin LA. My company is at Vitamin Patch Club. And I am extremely grateful for your trust and your time today. And I hope I've added some value to you. Thank you.